make it very interesting for all of us to follow. This we are doing because most of the people are not available today. Otherwise, we would have done Thinking in Destiny, reopening chapter 8.
Yeah, and this is the book, Ascension book,
Yes.
the energy field. Can we recording? Okay, it's
Yeah, we
recording.
are recording. Yeah.
Okay, energy fields. Look carefully at the book you are reading. Many types of energy contribute to make up this object. So he says many types of energy contribute to make up this object. This object is the book. First, an envelope or field space is necessary. A standing wave defines this field, literally making the space in which it exists more conducive to energy manifestation. So he's
So
saying
basically,
first
we've taken a sheet of paper first.
yeah.
Hmm.
So he's saying
He is speaking about the creation of the book, but
yeah,
look at it as manifestation of energy.
yes. An envelope or field of space, like energy field. Yeah.
Hmm.
And also a standing wave defines this field, he says. At the other end of the scale, the standing wave of each atom is a field about 100 millionth of a centimeter across. Oh my God. At the other end of the scale, the standing wave of each atom is a field about 100 millionth of a centimeter across.
Correct. No,
Billions
go
of
further.
these
Yeah.
atoms,
Beautiful.
okay? Yeah. And billions of these atoms make up the molecules of the paper and ink, again forming standing waves. Some are organized in strands of cellulose and other organic and inorganic chemicals. Their fields actually extend outward to infinity. However, the book-shaped envelope is an area of higher conductivity space, and the space outside the book field is less conducive to this energy. So, the intensity of the energy drops sharply at the field boundary, but does not cease entirely. Explains Chandra Garu. I think this is very interesting.
No. See, what is he saying? This has got billions of atoms. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Read this very carefully. What is he saying? First, he says, look at the book that you are reading. Many types of energies contribute to make up this object. Because if you take a book, there is a cover, there are knowledge elements composed together, the second type. The third type, that is converted to shapes, that is converted to ink, that is converted to a paper which will not absorb the entire ink. Right? So now, look at all those many individual components. Study it as though you were studying energy. Now, energy is both particle and wave. Correct? So now let's
Yes.
read this. At the other end of the scale, the standing wave of each atom. That means when it is not being observed, it is a wave. Right? Of each atom is a field about 100 millionth of a centimeter across. That is the size, minuscule. Billions of these atoms, just like 100 trillion, make up this body. 100 trillion cells are the CKD form of this physical body that we are talking about.
In
But
same way here,
exactly, right? So now one piece of paper itself will have so many atoms and molecules. Are you getting me? Okay. So now what is he saying? Again forming standing waves, because each molecule is both a wave and when observed, it is a particle. Right?
Yes.
Some are organized in strands of cellulose. Cellulose is that plastic type of a material, right?
Made up of
It
paper.
is one type of chemical, and other organic and inorganic chemicals also. Ink is a chemical, right? So you take the chemical composition. If I use the word chair, right? Chair is a chair to us has got a shape, but chair is part of a tree. So before that it was tree. It had moisture in it. It had so many other components along with it, right? Likewise, here, some are organized in strands of cellulose and other organic and inorganic chemicals. All of these individual components he has listed, their fields actually extend outward to infinity. They are not limited to that paper, right?
Yes.
However, the book-shaped envelope, that you're defining some boundaries to that infinite field that they are extending into, you have made it, you have taken a small portion of it, just like an envelope is an area of higher conductivity space, and the space outside the book field is less conducive to this energy. That particular energy which is part of the envelope, it is conductive. And beyond that boundary that he has drawn, it is less conducive to this energy. Which energy? The energy that is combined to form
The,
the book.
yeah, the paper, book, I mean, ink and everything.
So the intensity of the energy drops sharply at the field boundary, at the boundary of that envelope, but does not cease entirely, doesn't stop, but it drops. Because the energy has dropped, the vibrations have dropped, it has attained a physical form.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes, I agree. And let us go further.
No, no.
Let's go
So
further.
everyone with us.
So
Because,
even I want to add.
yeah,
So here the energy, atom, molecules that they say about ink, paper, that means physical form. For me, as an energy healer, even the numbers, even the letters, every shape, that is also the form of the energy. That is also giving
that
that
is
energy.
exactly why he says these fields
That,
actually extend outward to infinity.
Yes. Because even if you
Everything
say,
is energy.
yes, sir, everything is energy, frequency, vibration, and that ink, paper, they are also contributing.
Correct.
But other than the contributor, the original more thing is that letter, every letter, even if you see the numerology, name numerology. Similarly, in that numbers 1 to 9, and also even that frequency, vibration, when you are vibration, when you are reading. So that is also more energy. And also, other than the book, that means it is not no energy. But when compared to this book, that envelope and the book is defining that other vibration, some energy there also there. According to
That's
books,
what he's saying.
that
But it is not conducive to this kind of a creativity. It is
Yes, sir.
there, but it is immaterial. In other words, it is immaterial.
Yes.
What a loaded statement. Now,
Oh,
can any of you just extend the same thought process a little bit?
Sir,
To
actually, even I want to add, even if you are having the books, suppose if I'm having the book here, and after 1 foot or 2 foot, if I'm keeping this mobile, and you can see the difference of the energy, even with the pendulum, with that Haura rods,
you can,
with that,
yes.
yeah. So that the way we are all, even whatever the books also, when we are keep it sacred, that is also increasing the vibration of the room and everywhere else. It is not only within the book. That spiritual book, even the Freemasonry also, before starting, we are doing all this religious book. Even in Hindu Gita, for Christians Bible, for Muslims Quran, and Sikhs and some other Hebrew something also around the world. So that is also giving that energy. And we never think this is the books or something. It is the sacred. And keeping the position, opening the page, everything they are having the systematic.
Correct. I
and,
agree.
and
Wonderful, sir.
Sir, I want to extend, Andy. The way, what I want to see, I used to go to temple. I used to feel that all the time. Hey, Ram and Krishna saying God names itself has a lot of energy, and that itself is enough to attain moksha. Okay, our divine being, like feeling with oneness with a God. So I used to think about it when I was like not in meditation, but I used to think that we are came from God. When we came God, how much we powerful. The name of the God name itself has that much power. How much power we would get, we would have like we came from the our soul, or we came from the God. So how much powerful. So I used to compare, but that itself is now telling that I can relate.
No, not only that, if you extend it that way, we did a few chapters on thinking and destiny.
Mm.
We did a few chapters in soul contract decoded.
Mm.
Okay. Now, if you go into the depth, soul contract decoded says every sound is energy. Now, is name a sound or not?
Yes.
Right? In fact, by the time a child is born, the child selects its name, which represents its purpose of life in the name selected. It is coded into that name that is selected. That is the depth to which this energy in various forms can manifest itself, including guiding your life path. Are you getting me?
Mm.
So, that application of that energy, I think, that is why he is using the word, it extends to infinity.
Mm.
that is the reason we back home and nowadays it's changed. We always used to give God's names because those letters have a powerful energy. By calling them, we are chanting continuously Rama, Krishna, like Devi names, Lakshmi, and all. So that is the reason mainly they have given all these names. The same thing in all religions. Okay,
Yes.
let's go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So
wait.
think my name all the time.
Pardon? Take your name
Think my
all the
name all the
time.
time.
Within the
If you listen to that lecture that is posted by Supriya in our group, you will understand how I used the same name.
Okay.
I was
within
giving
the
also
field,
the explanation, someone's phone rang, that was the ringtone. So I said, if you don't follow properly, that is what will happen to you.
Acha.
If you listen to it, you will understand. Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway, let's go further.
Okay, within the field envelope generated for the book, the energy is supported as it bursts through a barrier to form semi-physical subatomic particles. So this field envelope, this from generated from this book, for this book, the energy supported as it bursts through a barrier to form semi-physical subatomic particles. So that means while reading and absorbing this energy, it burst into these subatomic particles of energy.
Yes.
Very.
Now read further.
Okay.
That is not over there.
These densify to make the atoms of the paper and ink. Okay, so these subatomic particles of energy, they densify to make the atoms of the paper and ink.
When they densify, you are able to even read them.
These densify to make the atoms of the paper and ink. Thus, billions of conscious energy units collaborate in a material manifestation as envisioned by myself, the channel, the publisher, and then by you, the reader. Wow.
So that energy is now taking certain physical shapes, which is then influencing the energy that I am, the energy that you are, and so on. Are you getting my...
The conscious energy is manifesting through this channel, publisher, and through the reader.
Yes. So, no, whatever was the original shape of the energies that was envisioned is now taking manifestation. I mean, is now getting manifested.
Yes.
Okay.
So your role is as vital as mine in co-creating and maintaining this book. Wow.
That is, see, now just leave the book aside. Think about life. What are all the things that we are co-creating in this universe? And when we were doing Seth dreams, he says the characters in the dreams continue even after you have come out of it.
In waking state.
See the extent there, how that got extended, right? And that has got its own manifestation again.
And physical and non-physical.
Those energies tomorrow may influence our Bhimaraju sir, or it may influence Raghu, or it may influence any one of the participants.
Yeah, because we can see an example of how unified course is influencing.
Yeah. See how it has influenced so many people to become part of thinking and destiny.
Yes.
Yeah. Right? So that's another way that propagation happens, whether you take cognizance or you don't. How energy influences energy.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go further.
So he's saying, as vital as mine in co-creating and maintaining this book. Your eyes and brain decode the swirling patterns of energy held in various envelopes, and in a miracle of organization, you find yourself reading this book. Okay, so your role is, your eyes and brain decode the swirling patterns of energy held in various envelopes.
The writing basically the form, the shape
pages.
and form,
in different pages, and in a miracle of organization, the way that it is organized, you find yourself reading this book.
You find yourself reading this book. That means you are consuming that energy and making meaning out of that.
That swirling patterns of energy from these pages is saying we are manifesting miracles of organization. He's saying all this energy is like
But the
pattern,
energy is adjusting itself
yeah,
to
in swirling
create
patterns
certain forms, which you are able to read.
and decode.
Yes. Yes. Go further.
Okay.
Of course.
Sir, I don't have. That means this impacts your group and group consciousness also. If your level of energy
That
is
is
high,
coming into part, no?
okay.
That is also coming into part, right?
Yes. Yes. So basically, how can I control these energies? You said that even if I'm in the dream,
You will not
I
be
left
able
that.
to control. See, it is like you are paying attention to it, you are giving it energy, that energy will impress you. But if you let that energy pass,
But people who into that same level of vibration energy, they will attract that thing.
they will definitely attract that. That is how energy influences energy, right? Energy
Yes, that's
flows from a,
correct. So how can I
what is the
control this? Even
fundamental
though
basis? Energy flows from a higher level to a lower level. Okay.
oh, okay. Okay.
That is the fundamental principle of energy propagation, correct?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, this is school science.
Okay.
Like
Many of
the
us have forgotten.
part, from, heated part to the cold part energy.
Oh, yeah.
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 So that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah. That's
That's
true.
what we learn in school. Yeah. Thermodynamics.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Of
is the way
course.
fitness with the survival.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. Of course, all this happens well outside your conscious mind. How
That
could you
is the
ever
most
concentrate
important thing. Whether you are able to take cognizance, whether you understand it or you don't, the influence is there.
it's happening other than your conscious mind? Yeah, you're not focusing, thinking about it.
Correct.
How do you ever concentrate enough to read this or any other book if you consciously had to remember to keep thinking it into existence? So how could you ever concentrate enough to read this or any book if you consciously had to remember to keep thinking it into existence?
So if you want everything to manifest, it is not possible. Because you need that amount of energy. Okay. Let's go.
Basically, yeah, he's saying whatever you're reading in these pages, those energy we are without knowing, we are organizing in different ways.
No, that comes later. This is just the energy flow he is talking. That he will break
Okay.
it into physical fields, into
Okay.
emotional fields, and so on.
Okay. So the book you have in your hands consists of energy of a variety of frequencies ranging from those that make up subatomic particles to the larger waves that define paper size. And it also contains another frequency, mine, the author or channeler. The ink is arranged in symbols, like letters and words. They used to convey my meaning, and these symbols have a characteristic frequency over and above that of the ink used. Wow. The ink is arranged in symbols like letters and words used to convey my meaning, and these symbols have a characteristic frequency over and above that of the ink used.
That is why they
So
are
he says,
visible, right? That is why they are more visible and they take predominance when you read. Do you think about the ink? When you are reading something, do you think about the ink? Do you think about the
Never.
that's why people say sometimes it is important to read a physical book in some cases, like a unified. People always feel, say, oh, it is holding the book and reading is, they get energy.
I don't believe it,
It
but
will condition the
I would
mind
not
also.
like to this because we will get into a zone of I agree to disagree rather than anything.
That I agree. But what I'm saying is, nowadays, we cannot do it. Is for you, especially so many thousands of books you read, it is very difficult to have so many physical books.
No, my
Because,
book will be cluttered. I will be accumulating dust.
and also, you can handle that much information easily. Not everyone.
Ah, that is what you think. Till you start handling it, that is what I also thought. But the
Okay.
fundamental line that you all should remember, if he can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, I agree. That is true. But for some people, they come, they say, "Oh, you had to buy this physical book. We had to buy it." But I know, okay. The process by which my meanings are encoded in these symbols and by which you decode them to extract my meaning are phenomenally complex. You may dismiss it as just reading, but it would take an entire volume to even begin to describe this process, even if we had a language to express it. On top of that, the very high frequency associated with my function uses the opportunity of you sitting down to read this book to import to impart to impart much more information into your fields than you consciously absorb from reading this book. Wow.
Right? That is, that is manifesting in every time we get together. Some book from
Yes.
here, some book from there, all those you put, that information becomes vast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
See
a
what?
question. I have a question here.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
this
Yes.
whole like set of paragraphs, is he suggesting that he is energizing this specific book,
No, these are all
or
the.
is it just a general notion of every book is energized in general because
No,
at
it is
the
not
end of the
just
day everything is
energized.
energy?
It is not just energized. This is energy transforming itself and going to multiple stages of transformation, which he later segregates into physical and other types of transformations.
And also, it is not general. And even this one thing means it is actually the source. It is telling the truth about the energy. Even when you are reading this line, also, even the black and red, how much you are feeling, even the colors, just like when I say the number, letters, words, similarly the color, that is also showing that energy, that Panchabhudam.
Correct. 100%. So now what is the doing here, Ratnagaru? Let us talk in terms of energy. I have used multiple colors to segregate the lines of importance. Have I added some more energy to that energy?
Yes.
Yes, so that's what my part two of the statement, because so the confusion was, is it just, since he's not channel, the channel is not energizing the specific book. So when it comes to not just this book, any book
Any
is
book,
made up of letters, paper, or any such thing. At the end of the day, everything is energy. So
everything is
in
energy.
that
But do
respect, are we
think?
looking at it?
No. The thing is, when this is being used as an example, that we do not
Okay.
look at the book itself as an energy. How many times have we
Yes.
looked at the
Yes.
book as an energy? Every letter there, all
That is
those energy transformations, which is a book to us, has undergone various stages. Now he is going to segregate them. Let's see further.
okay. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, got it. Thank you.
And one more thing I want to add, sir, it is not the book only. Even in the Vishwakarma, we are doing the puja for all the materials also. Even all the tools. Even when we are starting the vehicle, we should not think this is a vehicle like that. This is also energy.
No,
So
that
when
is
you
true,
are
sir. No, that is exactly what he has done. He has taken book as a physical entity, but he has broken it down into various components that goes to make up the book.
Yes.
Okay.
My purpose, what I
Now
want to communicate is,
let us try to use this
yes,
for our objective. What is our objective? What is me? I am energy. I am 100 trillion cells of energy that is being organized to do so many things. Correct? Just like the book is organized, there are so many components that have gone to make me what I am today. Are you with me?
Yeah.
sir, one thing what I want to add is, he is explaining about the truth about the energy. In the process, when we are reading, we are charging this books also. But its purpose is not only for limited to the books.
No, that is
He
what
is
I
actually
have stated.
explaining
Yes,
the
it
energy.
is the same thing, correct. It is the same thing. What you are saying is right. Yeah. Let us go further.
Sir, I have a question here. Please explain me here.
Yeah.
So let's say you are saying something to me today. Same thing somebody say a few years ago. Same thing somebody tell in the 2 months ago, like 1 year ago, 2 months ago, now.
Hmm.
So if the same thing, the same sentence or related same topic somebody says, but I would only relate it to one of the person. So can you explain me in that energy?
So how
I'm
many-
able to connect.
No, see, in the energy, right? You have been, it has come to your conscious light and you have attributed till, for example, you may have heard it from Mr. A, Mr. B, Mr. C, but
Mm.
understood it from Mr. D.
Mm.
Okay. You will give
Mm.
this entire credit to Mr. D and say, I heard it from ABC, but I never understood what it meant. Right?
Mm.
So you also should be able to make sense out of it. Only then it becomes information, right?
Yes.
Energy in the form of an information. Otherwise, it is an energy that is passing by.
Mm. Mm.
Right?
Mm. Mm.
That
Mm.
is when it has now taken a physical form. Till then, it is floating around as energy.
Mm. Mm.
Energy is what? Anything that you see is both waves and particles. Anything that you see is both waves and particles.
Yes.
When does it become wave? And when does it become particle? It is normally existing as a wave. Right?
When
That
you focus,
vibrations come into the picture. Vibration.
Pardon?
When you observe.
When you
yes,
observe,
when you
it will become
observe,
manifested.
Okay. Mm.
But otherwise, it will continue its journey as though it is unmanifested. The energy will continue, right?
Yes. Yes.
So that is what he has. Now, in your case, when did that thing manifest? Only in the third attempt, right?
Correct. Correct. Yes.
Till then, it is energy,
Correct.
right? So
Yes.
that is the way we can interpret what you just said.
Mm. Yeah.
so
Sir, one more thing. When she was hearing it the first time and the third time, whether she is the same person? Because the mind the first time, when you are knowing anything, I don't know what I don't know, and how your mind is there. Then after repeating the second person, after repeating the third person, how your level of conscience,
No, but
understanding.
they are still no, but it has still not manifested in your case. That is,
Yeah.
your credit goes to the last person.
And it is not only the ABC, and you are also the reason for that.
No,
And the time, how much you are,
that
your
no one
space
is
is there.
disputing, sir. The question was, such a thing happens, how do you make meaning out of it? That is the question.
Yeah, yeah.
I would say
That
when
is the
they both
perception.
when they both resonate at the same
Yeah.
Exactly. That
frequency.
is when
That's
the
the
connection takes place.
yeah.
That, yeah, the resonation frequency matches.
Wonderful. Even if you are seeing any picture also, even though if you see the first picture, after several times when you are seeing something new, you will find out. The
Correct.
picture is the same. The
Yes.
person is
Yeah.
varying because in our space.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah. Let's go.
Physical field.
Yeah.
Now we saw earlier that your body is composed of aware energy, which knows that it is making up the cells in your body. We have also seen that this energy has a field which stretches to infinity, but that its intensity diminishes outside the standing wave field that contains it. Okay, let me read this. We have also seen that this energy has a field which stretches to infinity, but that its intensity diminishes outside the standing wave field that contains it. So even though there is so much energy inside it, when it comes out of the field, it slowly decreases. It disappears. So, although your energy level is very strong within the envelope of your physical body, can we go down? Your personal field extends far beyond the envelope of your skin.
Correct. So,
Personal field extends far beyond the envelope of your skin. So he's saying it is not limited to this body itself. It goes beyond our body. This extended field is both a transmitter and a receiver. With it, you can sense potential harm long before it comes close to you. So-called instinct is actually your extended field detecting another field, be it of a hungry tiger or a runaway truck. Similarly, you transmit energetic signals via your extended field for others to pick up. Hence, the adage that fear is contagious. Some people are more powerful transmitters and more sensitive receivers than others, but you all do this without exception. It is what Ariel calls being a biotransducer. Oh, this is same way it works in politics. Negative propaganda or positive propaganda.
you got it.
Emotional fields.
Right. So,
Let us
first
go.
one was physical fields. How
Yes.
that energy from the book, when it manifests, how it impacts and becomes a physical field. From there, how has it become a physical field? Now, how does it become an emotional field? Let us see.
Emotional fields. We saw earlier that your spirit self actually manifests three fields: physical, emotional, and mental. Your emotional field is composed of energy that does not burst through the physical barrier into subatomic particles and does physical field energy, as does physical field energy. Your emotional field is composed of energy that does not burst through the physical barrier into subatomic particles, as does physical field energy. So he is saying emotional does not they don't have barriers like physical.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Hmm.
obviously it interacts with your physical field because you feel emotions in your body and your emotions directly affect the state of your physical body for better or worse. Even though it is it is beyond your physical body, he is saying it affects your physical as well as outside physical.
Here, for the sake of understanding, I would suggest that people, right, look at it from Annamaya Kosha, the physical body,
Mm-hmm.
the astral body, which includes the layer in between also the etheric and the astral body, as part of the emotional body. Now, which body is controlling which body? In the Panchakosha, the layered structure, who is controlling
Mano-
the body?
Manomaya.
Okay? You
Yeah.
got it, right? That is exactly what he has written there in the first paragraph.
So it means
Yeah.
you want to communicate that is interconnected or
No, I'm not communicating that. I'm saying that your emotions will control your physical body.
Yeah.
definitely.
See, yeah, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya. So all the after 3 layers, the Manomaya controls the next 2.
Correct. Correct. Let's go further.
But it is interconnected also.
No, that
Yeah,
is
yeah,
why you
yeah.
are able to do that. Otherwise, if they are not connected, they are mutually exclusive. How will you control
Yes.
one with the other?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, obviously it interacts with your physical field because you feel emotions in your body, and your emotions directly affect the state of your physical body for better or worse. It is, however, an entirely separate field with a larger envelope, say 2 to 6 feet beyond the body's surface perimeter, but it can be much larger in some people. So he's saying this effect can be entirely much larger than what you think.
Hmm.
2 to 6 feet, it seems. That effect will be there. Either it is a better or worse.
Yes.
Your emotional body is a
Also
field.
understand this to throw light of another kind. In your aura, the emotional layer can go up to 6 feet.
Oh, is that okay? It's up to 6 feet. Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
he's
Yes.
saying that, no?
Yes. 2 to 6 feet. Yes. That means that is the aura.
Yeah. Also part of the aura. Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Your emotional body is a field through which energies of particular frequencies run. You generate some of these yourself, and you pick up others using your field as an antenna. That is what in a unified now we are talking
Unified,
about.
that entire discussion that is taking place is this only.
Yes. You generate some of these yourself, and you pick up others using your field as an antenna. So
Correct.
a particular information can be communicated. It is important that you know first which energy you generate and which you pick up. And second, you have control over the energy you allow in, and that you have control over the energy you allow in your emotional field. Same thing, whatever we are doing in the unit.
Halt.
Yeah.
You are locking your aura to all other,
Unnecessary influences.
correct, the
Uninvited.
unwanted energies. Do you see how
Yes.
it works now?
Yes, this makes sense, I think, so much. So that's why, when you generate this much energy, your antenna, it lights like an antenna, you may pick up others' energy.
Go further.
Suppose that you suddenly feel angry. Where did this anger come from? Of course, something within you may have triggered it, such as an expectation that another person would behave in a certain way and he or she did not, or that a situation would turn out a certain way and that it didn't. So the way you expect, when it doesn't show up, you get angry. So the fact that your plans are thwarted results in feeling helpless, and in the feeling of helpless, and the energy of enthusiasm you had is now stifled within the emotional field. You then feel it as anger.
Now,
So
here, in the same thing, put in one additional equation. Disappointment is equal to expectations minus reality.
yes, let me write down. I think you mentioned long time ago before.
This
From
is
the
there from that emotional equations book.
yes, I remember that. Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
Below that, write one more.
Sir, you repeat
How
it.
to say
Disappointment is
disappointment is equal to expectations minus reality.
The
Below that,
other
you
way
can
also
write
it can
what
be
you want.
stated, sir.
Pardon?
Yeah.
The other way also it can be stated.
No, it can be
Happiness is
stated
equal
in
to,
any way, provided
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know how to balance them. The idea is that.
yeah, happiness is equal to expectations equal to reality, or expectations
No,
more,
sir,
reality more than
expectations is.
expectations.
See, if I use the word instead of happiness, if I use customer satisfaction, okay?
In a trade, yeah.
Right?
It's vary from
Anything,
person to
any
person.
experience, sir, any experience. You will say expectations divided by expectations set by expectations delivered. So we can we can bring in so many equations out of that one
Yeah,
equation.
right, right.
Then
And
one more thing.
what we are expected to do. The other equation that I want you to write in terms of how emotion plays with us in real life. Regret is equal to disappointment plus responsibility.
Sir, I am having different point of opinion. Can I share?
Yeah.
First one is expectation. Expectation is the mother of upset or disappointment, whatever it may be. And expectation
Sir, only when
with
your
commitment.
expectation is not met, it is the mother of disappointment. What
Yeah.
is
Once
what is
if you are attachment, once your commitment, it is not disappointment. What I learned, what
sir,
I missed.
no. Even if he
It's
has
a
got
point.
commitment, if something doesn't work the way you expect it to work, then
Yeah.
are you still happy?
Yes, now after that soul level, now I think what I learn, how I can elevate what is missing, in that way I am not disappointed. Even the fail for me,
So
after
for
the
that you
spiritual
need to
line,
understand the reality, right?
yeah, that is the way.
That
Once
is
if
the
I
equation.
committed,
That is what the equation is saying. Recognize reality so that your expectations equals to be more than, or if you know the reality, fine tune your expectations.
yeah, that is also coming
Yeah,
from the
you go to a,
responsibility.
no, you go to a jackfruit tree and say, give me mangoes. Will it give you?
No,
Right?
that is,
The
I should
point
not.
that he is trying to convey is the same thing. He's saying, if there is a confusion, are you in a position to come out of that confusion?
Yeah,
If there is a
confusion. It is.
disappointment, see, what is it saying? You become angry. Okay, what is the root cause? Your anger is going to come because you are disappointed. Otherwise, will you feel angry?
And it is also not happened the first time.
No, it may
Nobody will have
happen.
that.
No, n number of
It's,
times also, right?
sir, it is already stored in that frontal lobe that is triggering. If a person is did the first time, when I am happy, I will not do that. But I already fix it in my mind. Should be, should not be, right, wrong, good, bad, and
So
unresolved.
very good. What are
That
those?
is
Can I
expectation.
use the word expectation to club all of them together?
Yeah, that is expectation.
That is expectation.
Yeah.
Correct.
And also we are deciding should be, should not be. Instead of taking the
No, should be, should
responsibility,
not be also is expectation only.
yeah.
Yes.
So when I say I am the cause in that matter, that means responsibility is, it's not the burden, it is not the pride. I am the cause in that matter. So what is missing in me, what action, what my thoughts, what my feeling, what
Sir,
my
you are going
emotion.
beyond the scope of what that equation's purpose is. You are going
Yeah.
beyond. Don't go beyond. Stick with that because you are trying
Yes,
to understand the concept.
yes.
Yeah. So let us proceed
Yeah.
further. Alternatively,
Thank you.
Alternatively, anger may spring apparently from nowhere. In this case, you may be picking up anger from someone who just happens to be in your field. The anger is not yours and you can dump it very easily. You can spin your emotional field to centrifuge it out, declaring that you release the energy back to the universe. Feel it, drain away. Feel it and drain away. Releasing your own internal anger is almost
feel
as
it drain away. Experience it as going away. Don't give it any energy.
yeah. That's what in sometimes, Balakrishna sir's Ramcharis, but they, in their meditations, they say that you're releasing this unnecessary, energy.
No, that is what you are doing even in unified.
Yeah,
You are not thinking in terms of energy there, and hence the confusion.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I think at that time, like we really have to have in a position of recognizing it. Most of the time, we're not able to recognize, and then we go along with it.
Correct.
And and it takes some time. Oh, okay, after 10 minutes, it's really like person to person.
Yeah.
After 10 minutes, oh, okay, now I should have been drain it out, but I did not. So the length of recognition, whether it happens instant, whether it happens took some time, depends on each individual's I guess depends on their sadhana. I'm not sure how it works out. So that's what I'm
That,
thinking. Probably the more meditation we do, maybe we get that the time to react would be reduced, and then time to respond maybe would increase.
that
And
is
we can do
why
all this feeling of drain away, or whatever the process of it, releasing process.
That is why at a higher level, even if you get angry, you release immediately, don't have any grudge to anyone. Immediately, you release that energy, that what unnecessary energy.
I just
Okay.
have a
Really,
question here. I'm not understand here. Releasing the sense, the energy will not die, right? I'm just trying to understand how can I, let's say I am angry on my son. My son is doing some mischief thing and I'm not able to handle it and I'm out of control. I told one or time, two times. But that energy itself is not good. How can I, if it release it, it will go to other person who is in the similar in a
Your anger,
frequency.
will it anger your son also?
I'm sorry?
Your anger, will
Uh-huh.
it irritate or cause anger to your son also?
Yes, it will.
Now, the second part, not your anger. You are the one who has already released that anger onto your son.
Uh-huh.
Your son's irritation is what he is talking about. He says, it has come to me, it is not mine. So I am releasing it. I am not going to get influenced by it.
let us read further. You will get the Sunita.
Okay.
There is a line in italics highlighted in yellow.
Yeah, let me read this.
Yeah.
Releasing your own anger is almost as easy. But first, you must realize that it is only energy and that energy loves to move. It hates being still. Also, realize that this energy is not yours, but only on a loan for the moment. Spin your fields and declares to yourself, this anger or fear or jealousy, etc., is not me or mine. I release it back to the universe. Emotional energy is neither good or bad. It just is.
No, wait one sec. Energy,
Yeah,
when it moves, we use the word
yeah.
emotion, which is emotion.
Yes, energy in
Just to
motion.
remember, yeah. Okay. That type of energy, emotional energy, is neither good or bad. It just is. Right? But if you take cognizance of it, then what happens? However, read further, ma'am. You may
prefer not to remove some frequencies like love or joy from your field.
Hmm.
If an emotion feels good to you, you are picking up the energy from another source, spirit.
Correct. That is spirit.
The
Okay.
positive feeling.
Right. So, were
You
you
got Sunita?
get the answer, Sunita ji?
Sir, even I want to highlight more. Can I say?
No, 1 minute. Let's first find out if
Yeah.
Sunita has got the.
That I understand in the, like, the good part, that spirit thing I understand. The joy, and if you're bliss, you don't want to release it, you wanted to experience it, right? I'm sorry. You wanted to have.
His anger can
Mhm.
be of two kinds. What you wanted did not happen, so that energy became anger in you.
Correct.
Okay, that is one.
Mm.
Another type of anger is an anger that you pick up,
Yes.
right? Like
Yes.
your son getting angry when you got angry.
Yeah.
Okay. So what he's saying, that kind of an anger is not yours. So let
Correct.
it go. Let it go. That is what
Okay.
he's suggesting.
So whenever you see that it is not thing, that's the reason we are like uninvited influence, we are letting go.
Correct.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but if I'm getting anger because of that doing or whatever things happening, how can I stop that? Okay, how to let it go, even though it's
By
not mine.
ignoring it. See,
Yeah.
you are controlling it by ignoring it. Like sometimes I get angry, right? I shout at my wife. She will just get up and leave the room and go. Okay, now
Huh.
she will not shout back at me. She knows if she shouts, I will shout, and that will become a big battle. Ultimately, I will lose the battle, but that's different. Instead of
Yeah.
doing all that, she just gets up and goes away. Now, after that, what happens to my anger? Just think.
Absorbed
There's
into
no
your
one,
own
no,
system.
no, there is no one to shout at, right? I also become quiet after that.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah, Raghu sir, you wanted to add something.
Yeah. Main one is, and that positive energies are going to the spirit. That means love, happiness, peace, joy, care, all these things.
Hmm.
And where the other energy is storing is, that is storing in the frontal lobe, anger, blame, confusion, depression, ego, fear, jealousy, guilt, worries. That is the root cause for the disease. What I want to communicate.
Go ahead.
He
Sir,
broke
you are
off.
suddenly frozen.
He broke off. Yeah.
Raghu sir.
No, his connection is,
His net is gone.
yeah,
Okay, let us
something.
continue.
So, sir, in this example, what he's explaining, how can I see? I don't want impact other, let's say, my neighbor. Because of this anger or this situation, I don't want to impact my neighbor because I'm putting that energies in the universe, right? I'm not understanding the releasing part.
No,
How
no.
can?
He's saying if you release it, universe has the wherewithal to hold it.
See, Sunita, by releasing it, you are not having the grudge or kopam on other person. You are not
Oh,
holding it.
okay, but other people will get impact, right? Who is in that similar frequency? How
No,
can?
no,
Yeah,
no.
but this is already gained. Okay. So what
Uh-huh.
he's saying, you let this go. Don't give it any energy. Let it go.
Mm.
Oh, you're not gonna, don't add to it. If you add, it will be
Exactly.
increase. Okay. Now it is clear to me. Yeah.
Sir,
Oh, okay.
simple statement
Because
would
if
be,
you are
do
not
not.
able to, if you are not able to release it, you
Uh,
please remember it is not your anger, it is borrowed.
okay.
Yeah, do not react.
Okay. Yeah.
Do
Correct. Got
not
it.
react. That's all.
Don't
You
Yeah.
react,
just
don't respond.
don't
Because both
respond.
Okay.
of them are going to be counterproductive. The
That,
best
Okay.
example is what my wife does to me.
yeah.
Mm.
Simply
Mm.
get up
See,
and walk away from there.
Yeah.
But one thing is a partial statement here, sir. Everything good is attributed to the spirit. Everything bad is attributed to me.
Me means who? Your mind.
No, it is asking you to trigger the spirit inside you so that the bad is not attributed to you.
Bad doesn't even come into you. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir,
Raghu, you wanted to
actually,
add something.
yeah, definitely, sir. Actually, what I want to add it is why we born. Because our soul want to elevate through some experience, so that will be born. The soul cannot experience, so that that body, mind is required, and we forget about the spirit, and we become the victim of our mind. Mind is always want to survive, so it is going from the past or fixing from the future. So that is the way the challenge is there. So what I want to communicate means, first one is, once if you know who I am, what is my purpose, then instead of reaction, when we creation is coming from taking one thing. For example, when you are shouting, your wife will go, and instead of going there, just sitting there, when she repeat it, then you will be calm. Otherwise, she is avoiding your domination, and that will not solve your thing. For the temporary, that solved, and she take it and keep it in her mind. So that become headache, insomnia, and lot of other things. So what I want to communicate is, nothing is wrong, nothing is right. What is the workability? Are you experiencing love? Are you experiencing joy? When the madam was shouting
Exactly
his
what he has
son,
said in the next line. What you are telling is
yeah,
what he has said in the next line. Emotional energy
Okay.
is neither good or bad. It
okay.
just is. However, you may prefer not to remove some frequencies like that of love or joy from your field, but others. So now this gives you one more vision. Those who are doing the unified meditation, even anger is part of the unwanted energies in you. Are you getting it?
Correct. I agree that.
Right?
Yes,
So
yes.
when you are releasing those energies which do not are of no use, all of those energies are not belonging to you, you release that also.
Yes, in the
Sir,
say in the book
is
also,
it
in
easy?
Unified Book, saying
Is
that
it easy
if you
to remove that
withdraw, yes,
anger?
Sir, what is that?
Is it easy to remove that anger? When I think I won't be anger,
No. When you are thinking, we are talking in terms of the meditation that we are doing. In that
yeah,
meditation, there is a way to do it.
yes, sir.
That
So
is,
when you are
so
doing the meditation, we are having the awareness about that anger. So then because the way we created the problem challenges with the same mind, it is very difficult. That is the
no,
way
it won't be,
in the
no. When you
meditation.
are meditating, your mind energies all have changed.
Yeah, that is the main point I want to communicate. Otherwise, the people meditation, how it is meditation. Meditation, we are actually having the different mindset. When you are doing regularly, that new mindset will be there. It is not fixing that mindset. I am angry, but I will not be angry. That is fixing. But here we are experiencing different emotion, love, happiness, oneness, contribution, care. So that's the thing I would like to mention.
Yeah,
Both the same. In my opinion, I am explaining. Thank you.
right.
So
comment.
actually here confusion, I need to clarify this. This is very important so that I can help others also. In the
Yes.
sir example you mentioned, I don't know who is that other person who explained about, like, you sir, you gave an example of wife left. I used to go that, right? I can do like that, ignore what my husband say one time, two time, or my husband say one time, two time, 1 year, 2 years. But I keep unknowingly, I feel that I ignored and I let it go, but somewhere I am catching that pinpoints in my brain after a few years, or when I was in low state or something, that like when I was in some other related thing, if I heard from my neighbors, I connect to my what my husband said. I get that time I'm feeling pain, and I
Exactly.
get, so how can I really, that is I am confusioning, like in my
No,
confusion is
no. Why
how.
are you confused?
How?
Why are you
Huh?
confused? No, let me ask you. Is it the same thing as this?
Yes.
Releasing your own internal anger. That is not your anger at all. You borrowed it from your husband.
Sir, now you are saying on that time what she
One sec,
feel,
sir.
I
Let me complete. Sir, let me complete
yes, sir.
this sequence. Otherwise, there will be confusion.
Okay,
Right.
please.
So, you are, instead of recalling that, he says, whenever you get into that situation, is it mine? No, it is not.
Okay. I have to remind myself. I have to
Exactly.
accept that it is not mine. His energy, his understanding. It's not me. Okay, it
Correct.
is not even at all. Then I will not. It will not impact me years because that accumulate.
Exactly.
That
That is the
accumulate
point he is
unknowingly.
saying.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, what is happening is, why are you carrying it? Are you carrying what is yours or it is somebody's?
Somebody's.
Why are you carrying?
Yeah.
So,
The
so
root
it
is
becomes unwanted.
yes. Oh, actually, that is the root cause. People not having that understanding, and we are carrying many years, even maybe lifetimes.
Okay,
And
Yes.
we are adding,
so
we
you're
are
right.
adding also.
We are adding also exactly. We are
So
making more, adding that multiplying.
Correct. No,
yeah,
you are,
Yes.
see, always remember the example of the book.
Mm, mm.
Okay,
yes.
what is he saying? By adding additional colors to it, you are changing the dimension, you are changing the information.
And even when you say I, on the time who is that I? Is it your mind or your spirit? Because mind always want to survive, and your husband scolded today, and next day he did lot of good things. He loved you, and the third day when you shouted, you will not experience what today he loved, what yesterday he loved. Yeah, day
Exactly.
before yesterday. Yeah,
Correct.
day before yesterday also
So
you scold,
those
and today he also
frequencies you
scold,
want to retain anyway. Please
But
and
understand.
you want to choose
but
because
we choose a negative thing more, because that's exactly true. Whenever he loves, whenever he cares, or taking care of things without expecting, we forget. Actually, most of the human, not we. I mean to say, most of us
that is
are
a
like,
human being.
yes,
That is the
yes.
human being. What I want to communicate is you are
Uh-huh.
having that antenna, you are hunting the antenna. It's just
Uh,
like pouring the petrol on you. And wherever you find any person is having that matchbox, oh, that person is having the matchbox. Oh, this person is matching box. So I'm giving some example only. That
correct. No. I agree.
source is your mindset. So
Correct.
on the time, ask yourself, who I am, what is my purpose, why my
Uh,
husband is staying. Because in that way, you are actually supporting your husband also.
correct.
He is also having, he want to remove that stress. So only
Correct.
one place is home and safe place is wife. My
Correct.
purpose is you should not suffer. Just
Uh,
listen. Okay, got it. Suppose if say you are very black, you are color, something is cold. Okay, I
correct.
got it. Okay,
Uh,
anything else? Anything else? After
uh,
some time you will realize, oh, how much?
uh,
Because you want to change. Change always persists. When you
mm,
accept, it will disappear. So
mm,
never resist, just listen. It's
uh,
smiling, it's creation. I got it. Similarly, when you are shouting your son, what
uh,
is your purpose? You want to love him? You
yes.
want your love son? Because the son now he cannot express because he is helpless, and he will store, and he become the elder. When you are elder, when he's there, he will repeat it. He will store everything, and he will say, on that day she did, when the childhood was there, and whatever the good thing you did, he never care. So what I want
Correct.
to communicate is, what is your purpose? Am I creating or reacting? Just to see, this is the mindset. It is not you. All the
Mm,
human being, whatever the unresolved issues, challenges, uncompleted, that will store in your mind without your knowledge also. That will become that
uh,
anger. Even the cancer is also the reason for that sadness. So that is the way, just to be there, and you are the healer. Thank you. Am I
thank you.
communicated?
It is
Sunita
very
ji,
beautifully explained, sir. Thank you very much.
Sunita
Due to
ji,
short time. Yeah, thank you.
Sunita ji,
Sir, tell me.
by attending Chandra sir's lecture, automatically you do that. You don't have to think about it. You
Yes.
will be quietened completely. You will not react, and then you will not raise your voice when you are expressing something for the other person to change.
Wonderful.
If you say, don't do it, he will start thinking, why not?
Yeah.
The same thing, hey, do not do it again. I don't like it. There is a difference. So the voice, raising the voice has got lot of bad consequences. You will
Mm.
you will get to that automatically without even thinking about it by attending a few lectures by Chandra sir.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Yes.
And you
You know,
and you are also
don't
having
even
some pattern. The
don't
pattern
even
also
think
coming.
about it.
Yeah.
Don't even think much about it. Just follow the flow. You will get automatically. I can understand that.
And one more thing I want to say here, I just wanted to, and I got introduced, like I know sir earlier from the West Mega Medicine Summit, but somehow on the day of Patriji's birthday, I got connected to Chandra sir. Actually, this is really needed to me, my family, everyone. I want really, this wisdom
Yeah.
is required.
Stay
Thank you.
on. Yeah, stay on and just keep listening to them.
Sure.
Best thing that can happen to you is that.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Yep.
Okay, it's 11 o'clock our time. Do we go further or do we stop it? Chandra
You can
garu?
stop it, madam. I
Okay.
think so.
We will finish
Wonderful.
mental field.
Yeah.
We will
Sir, I am leaving this session. Okay?
Sir, do you have 5 more minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Mental field is not very long. It is exactly 3 paras. We will have discussion
Yeah.
at the end of it. Okay? We will finish the 3 paras.
After 5 minutes, you can leave.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mental
I would
fields.
appreciate it. Okay. Thank you.
The third field is the home of the intellect and operates in at a higher frequency band than the emotional with a higher rate of spin. So this mental field works at a higher rate than the emotional one. Any thought you think is composed of organized energy and has its reality in the energy. So he says, any thought you think is composed of organized energy and it has its reality in that energy. Thoughts, therefore, are energy structures in your mental field, making up your mental body. So thoughts are the organized structures in your mental field, making up your mental body. This too is derived from a hidden blueprint, the source of those great ideas that just come to you. A thought is a real thing, but
Ma'am,
your
1 minute.
scientists
1 minute. We read this in Activating Your Light Body, if you remember. From
yes,
the 8th layer, it directly writes into the 5th and 4th body, right?
and for the experiences comes down.
Correct. So who is writing it? Your higher self through the accitonal line.
Oh, that lines, yeah. Yeah, so it is hidden blueprint. That's what even the thinking and destiny also says.
Exactly. See, all these books. That is why once we had the entire crowd, I wanted to restart the noetic destiny.
Yeah.
This is the reason. Yeah.
Okay. A thought is a real thing, but your I finished this. Let me. Okay. A thought is a real thing, but your scientists are just not able to measure it yet. Although several projects are coming close, many experiments have detected change in leaf conductivity when an experimenter approaches a living plant with the pruning shears and ill intent. A thought is high frequency energy organized in a coherent structure. So he's saying a thought is a high frequency energy organized in a coherent structure. You transmit your thoughts out from your mental field just like you do from the other fields. But not as many people can pick up your thoughts as can pick up physical and emotional energies. So he says the thought is a high frequency energy organized in a coherent structure. So depending upon how you transmit your thoughts out from your mental field, just like you do from the other fields. But not as many people can pick up your thoughts as you pick up physical and emotional energies. The same way, the way you pick up the physical and emotional is different than this mental field is saying. The clarity of a thought form structure depends directly on the clarity of conception. So the clarity of a thought, that's why, in manifestation, the clarity of thought is very important. The clarity of a thought form structure depends directly on the clarity of conception. A radio station playing an old crackly record will faithfully transmit old crackly music. Can we take out that block? Yeah. This is important because the thought forms you transmit directly affects all the fields around you. So if you are thinking clear but fearful thought, you are transmitting a very clear signal that you expect something bad to happen and boosting it with fuel from accompanying fearful emotions. The universe is very accommodating in that regard and will rearrange itself to deliver. You have literally changed the energy fields around you by transmitting fear-based thought forms into them. So this is basically the same exactly how you manifest that manifestation process. If you have a clarity of thought, it will be easier. But with the clarity of thought, if you have fears, if you have fearful thoughts, then it is not, it is, he's saying the income, like a old record with all the different sounds. It is like that, but still he says the universe tried to rearrange it to try to deliver. You have literally changed the energy fields around you by transmitting fear-based thought forms into them. Others will pick up your fearful thought forms, usually unknowingly, and see you as the victim waiting to happen. You are literally inviting them to reinforce your victim mentally. You are literally inviting them to reinforce your victim mentality, and they may oblige. So this is what uninvited influence also happens like that. Alternatively, if you see yourself as a divinely protected, someone looking for a victim will not notice you because the two of you do not resonate. You don't match. But you will be noticed by others who do resonate to your field. That is how you create your own reality. It is all done by resonance, which is impartial to good and bad energies alike. Very well and very well explained. So just like the two guitar strings exchanging standing wave energy, other people will pick up your fear, amplify it, and play it back to you. This is what happens, in the fight. One fearful person in a group can amp up the fear in everyone around them. And soon the fearful person may really have something to be afraid of. Fortunately, the emotional energy of love and love-filled thought forms transmit and resonate in exactly the same way, only more so because they are in harmony with the nature of the universe, and things always go more easily if they are in the flow. Wow, very well. So he's saying if you go to a angry person, in a crowd, the angry person will make more fearful to the other people also. He pass on those thoughts. And the same way he's saying divine love person, says harmony, adds harmony. Add to this two other factors, you are becoming a more powerful transmitter, and the universe is becoming increasingly more malleable and susceptible to your thought forms. These two factors work to shorten the time needed to manifest your thoughts. Previously, you had to hold a belief for years for it to manifest in your life, but increasingly, it now takes only days. Fortunately, beliefs that are consistent with the flow of the universal truth they manifest more easily than those that go against the universe or against the grain. This is very clearly understand. I think the way, even in the You Forever book also he explained.
Perfect. Right? Any question?
It is not a question, sir, but what my understanding is like a matching algorithm. Universe default mode is love and the divine qualities. And if you have that whatever that negative energies, that emotions or anger or anything that you put it into the universe, the way manifestation if you have that fear or some kind of negative energies, so universe always try to manifest what you ask, but it's go and do the matching algorithm. The default mode is love, all the God qualities, but still universe takes you and do the matching algorithm and manifest for you or someone else.
It is also coming and test you who you are. Are you focusing on the spiritual level or from the mind level? Are you focusing on the love? Are you focusing on the anger? So you are having that. So that's the way I told you. Responsibility is I am the cause in that matter. I mean not that identity coming from the past. What is your intention? I is the intention, purpose. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's why Sunita here he says the resonance is impartial. Which is impartial to good and bad energies alike.
Yes.
So that is why we had to be in a proper crowd, And that's why the people say not to watch the news. Unnecessarily you get affected with that because they project a lot of bad things are happening in the world. That is how, even though we pick up, we resonate along with the either bad or good energies.
Okay. Good.
Actually,
Thank
this is the source for anything. It's the energy is actually the everything, and it's amazing the way every word, everything, when we are connecting our life, what is happening, what awareness, what I am repair, it's amazing. Thank you.
Perfect.